Kitkatscanread.
Hello everybody, my name is Katie. Welcome to another video. Today I'm bringing you guys my February birthday book haul. So my birthday was on the 18th of February and these are the books that I had received, whether it was from my Amazon wishlist or whether I had like some Amazon vouchers or whether I had some money to go towards getting myself some books. So yeah, these are the books. So pretty damn excited to share these with you. I don't trust her. She's going to sabotage my haul.
Probably.
Well, you better be on the lookout.
Alright.
Alright. So the first book that I got for my birthday book haul was The Trial by Laura Bates. This was from my wish list. It was sent by the lovely Rebecca Butler. And she said, wishing you a very happy birthday with thanks to all the time and effort you put into your channel. I hope you enjoy this as much as I did. Love, Becky Butler. So yeah, massive thank you to Becky for giving this to me. Yeah, like I really like the sound of this and I really like books that like are involved around islands. So yeah, so it says here, after a plane crash sees 17s washed up on a desert island, their first thought is survival, but a terrible secret from a party the night before has followed them ashore. As the island deals each of them a dangerous blow, it's clear that someone is looking for justice and it's time to face the truth about that party, who was hurt that night and who let it happen. So yeah, sounds like really interesting. I really like the sound of it, and yeah, like anything like plane crashes on islands, they're kind of like one of my auto buy sort of like books. So if you've got any other recommendations from it, let me know down below. But yeah, I'm super excited to give it a read. Massive thank you again to Rebecca. It's getting dark in here. The other book that I got from my Amazon wishlist was Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. This was given to me by my good friend Natalie, who I have been childhood friends with for like literally ages, like my first ever secondary school, and we've been so close ever since. And she liked the sound of this, and I've been told this book's like really interesting. So this is about Jason hears, "Are you happy in your life?" And that is the last thing he hears before the masked abductor knocks him unconscious. Then he awakes to find himself strapped to a gurney, surrounded by strangers in hazmat suits. Before the man he's never met smiles down at him and says, "Welcome back." In this world that he's woken up to, his life is not the one that he knows, his wife is not his wife, his son was never born, and he's not an ordinary college physics professor. Is this world or the other that's the dream? The answer lies in a journey more wondrous and horrifying than anything Jason could have imagined. I've had really good things about this. I really like the sound of it. I feel like it's going to be kind of like dark and twisted. But yeah, if you've read this book and you really enjoyed it, yeah, let me know down below in the comments what you thought about it. And yeah, hopefully when I get around to reading it, I do enjoy it. Next of all is some books that I got from Waterstones. I had some money, and these first two are part of a buy one get one half price deal. So the first book is Not My Problem by Kiara Smith, and it says here, Aiden is a rule breaker, Meeb is the super ambitious class SWAT. When Aiden reluctantly agrees to help Meeb escape her crazy workload, she never expects the solution to mean pushing Meeb down the stairs. Yet Aiden soon realises that she has a new talent for fixing other students' problems. Aided by Cavi, her willing accomplice in crime, whether it's stealing a confiscated phone or arranging a late night breakout, Aiden will sort it out. Aiden's own life is a mess. Her mum's drinking again and her best friend's avoiding her and she's flunking school. As she spends more time with Cavi and the uptake Meeb, Aiden starts to wonder, can every problem be solved? So yes, we'll see about that one. And then the other one that I got was Gilded by Marissa Meyer. All magic comes at a price, but love wasn't part of the bargain. So cast by the god of lies, a miller's daughter has developed a talent for storytelling, but are all of her tales as false as they appear. When one of Saruda's stories draws the attention of the devastating Earl King, she finds herself swept away into a world of enchantment, where ghouls prowl the earth, ravens track her every move. The king locks Saruda in a castle dungeon and orders her to spin straw into gold or be killed for lying. In despair, Saruda unwillingly summons a mysterious young man to her aid, and he agrees to help her for a price, but love wasn't meant to be part of the bargain. Sounds quite interesting. I kind of like the sound of it. Didn't intend to go in for this book, so yeah, spinning for golds romance. Yeah, sounds really interesting. Then the other two buy one get one half prices. The first one is Front Desk by Kelly Yang. I really like the sound of this. It sounded really quirky. This is a children's middle grade book, but I'd never seen or heard of this before. And it says here, Mia Tang has a lot of secrets. She lives in a motel, not a big house. Her parents hide immigrants. She wants to be a writer, and it will take all of their courage, kindness and hard work to get through this year. Will she be able to go for her dreams? I really like the sound of like this kind of like front desk thing, living in a motel, and like this hiding immigrants things and all of that, like, and I just love the image like that's on the back of the book. I feel like it's going to be really quirky and kind of fun, and I just really like kind of the sound of that. This is a younger readers short list as well, so really looking forward to that. The other one that came as part of that was Children of the Quicksands by Bookworming. I'm not sure if that's how it's pronounced, so I'm totally sorry. But it says here on the inside, Simi is sent to stay with her long-lost grandmother in a remote Nigerian village. There's no TV, internet or phone. Not a single human sound can be heard. It's just the noise of birds and animals in the dark forest. Her grandmother makes herbal medicines for the villagers, but she won't talk to Simi about her family's past. Something's happened, but we don't know what. But to find out, Simi has to go exploring. Caught in the sinking red quicksand of the Forbidden Lake, her extraordinary journey begins. It sounds like it's going to be really fun, like journey, and yeah, it sounds very cool, especially if it's based in like Nigeria, and yeah, a nice little journey. So looking forward to that one. So those were like the buy one get one half prices. Now I'll go on to the singly ones. So the first one here is The Axe Hacks by Erin Sterling. You might have been seeing this around on BookTube. Quite a lot of people have been reading it and enjoying it. So it says here, Vivian Jones handled the biggest breakup of her life the way that any witch would, vodka, bubble barbs and a curse on her ex, which was 9 years ago. Reese Penhallow, descendant of the town's founders, brokers of hearts and irritatingly gorgeous, he's back and has returned to the town of Gravesglen to recharge the Lee liners and make an appearance in the annual Fall Festival. When his every move results in calamity, Vivi realises that hexing her ex might not have been so harmless after all. As the curse starts to affect the magic of the town, resulting in murderous wind-up toys, an outraged ghost, and a surprisingly talkative cat, Vivi and Reese must put their personal feelings aside and work together to break the curse and save not just the town but also Reese's life. But I've heard this is like a really sort of like fun book, and yeah, hopefully I do enjoy it. Next of all I have here You and Me at the End of the World by Brianna Bourne. This is a book that's about Hannah, who wakes up to silence and the entire city around her is empty except for the other person, who is Leo. Leo might just be the hottest boy that Hannah has ever seen, but he's also too much of a disaster for his own good. Stuck with only each other, they explore a barren world, realise for the first time they can truly be themselves instead of what everyone expects of them. Hannah and Leo search for answers. The world may appear harmless, but it's not, and if they don't figure out what's going on, they risk being torn apart forever. Dun dun dun. So kind of like another kind of like end of the world sort of book. And it says here, perfect for fans of Adam Silvera. So yeah, hopefully I enjoy this one. Stop eating that Meg. Then I've got here Entwined by A.J. Rosen. It says here, who are you if your destiny lies with another person? 17-year-old A.B. Montgomery isn't sure if she wants a soulmate. As a member of the Hellenicus, a race descended directly from the Greek gods, Avery will soon be attending her first gathering, where she'll gain the ability to share her thoughts with her soulmate and be tied to them forever. Whilst the date looms, Avery hopes her soulmate will be charming, passionate Adrian, but why does she feel such an intense pull to the wise and protective Vladimir, who is her best friend's older brother? She discovers that the world of the Hellenicus is not quite as it seems, and Avery must make a choice, betray her heart or give in to her desires and risk the wrath of the gods. So this was originally a Wattpad novel, and it now has got published. So yeah, but I really like the sound of this one. You're a good girl, Luna Burns. You're not any trouble. That makes just a noisy bum. Then I've got here Good Girl Complex by Elle Kennedy, which is Elle Kennedy's new and latest book. It was on my wish list. It's got coloured edges as well. So, Nutmeg, bring her here. I will have to quarantine her on my lap. Come here.
No, that's not where you're going. Scooch boot. Go and get out. Right, sit in there and think about what you've done.
Which won't take long, because she'll start again.
Exactly. And then I'll bring her to you. This one, cutie pie.
Luna Bay is very good bear. Good Girl Complex is about Mackenzie, who is a people pleaser, which is exhausting for them as they're always following the rules. They have dreams of their own, but to please their parents, they move to the beachside town of Avalon Bay to get their college degree. No. 20-year-old Mac has had plenty of practice suppressing her wilder impulses. When she meets the local bad boy Cooper, that ability is suddenly tested. Cooper is rough around the edges and raw and candid, a threat to her existence. Their friendship soon becomes the realest thing in her life. Despite his disdain for the trust fund kids he sees coming and going from this town, Cooper soon realises that Mac isn't just another rich clone and falls for her hard. But as Mac finally starts feeling accepted by Cooper and his friends, the secret has been keeping from her threatens the only place that she's ever felt at home. And it says here, deliciously sexy and impossible to put down. But yeah, Elle Kennedy is quite big in the romance world, and yeah, hopefully this is a really good and enjoyable one.
Get under there. Think about what you've done.
Next of all, I've got here If This Gets Out by Sophie Gonzalez and Kale Dietrich. Sorry. So yeah, I've been seeing this going around BookTube as well. This is about Ruben and Zach, who are two members of Saturday, which is one of the world's biggest boy bands. Teen heartthrobs in front of the camera, they are also best friends backstage. Management pressure on Ruben to stay in the closet is taking its toll. Zach is the only one that he can confide in. And as Ruben and Zach come to rely on each other more and more during a whirlwind tour of Europe, their close friendship evolves into a romance. If this gets out, will their fans ever truly give them the support they need? How can they hold tight to each other if the whole world is coming apart? So a sort of really cute kind of like romance of like two boys in a band. Yeah, sounds adorable. Unlike Nutmeg, she does not sound adorable right now. Nutmeg, shush! Chop your head off.
Oh.
Off with your head.
That's what's scary. Oh dear.
Then I've got here Along for the Ride by Rachel Mink. It says here, one ordinary girl, one pop star, one hot summer. Everything in Kate and Jackson's life revolves around her pop star brother, his schedule, his tour, his fans. It's like Connor Jackson is the centre of the universe, and when the entire family decides to join Connor's tour, Caitlin has to kiss their football team and their friends and the entire summer goodbye. The only good news is that Connor's opening act is none other than her favourite band, which is the hottest lead singer, Zach Matthews. Between the mind-numbing bus rides and endless room service, some serious chemistry develops between them both. But as they say, all's not fair in love and pop stardom, and Caitlin has decided if she's willing to take a risk or if she just goes along for the ride. And again, this was another Wattpad novel that originated from Wattpad that was turned into a physical book. So yeah, I like the sound of this one, this pop star kind of like thing going on, and yeah, hopefully I do enjoy it. Then I've got here Rockstar Detectives by Adam Hills. This was mentioned on the Penguin Random House like online event, and this was actually a signed copy in Waterstones right there. And I really like the sound of this because one of the main characters is in a wheelchair and disabled. They're literally just kind of like two people that sing together. It says here, meet Charlie, which is an ordinary 12-year-old who is an international singing sensation, and George is Charlie's best friend, who is a social media whiz buddy comedian. When priceless works of art begin to go missing in the same cities Charlie's performing in, Charlie and George are shocked to discover they're the prime suspects, can then turn detective and solve its crimes, all whilst rocking a stellar European tour and keeping up with their homework. But yeah, it sounds like it's going to be a sort of like really sort of fun book, because the author of this is a comedian, and yeah, he seemed like it was going to be a sort of really fun book. So yeah, I really like the sound of it, and hopefully I do enjoy it.
Stop it. Smack your bum.
Then I've got here a new release, which is Love Locked Down by Beth Rickles, who is the author of The Kissing Booth. So this is her adult novel. And it says here, when an apartment block is put on lockdown, its residents are in for a whirlwind week. In flat 14, while the reckless Imogen is stuck living with a one-night stand whose name that she can't remember. Upstairs, Isla and Danny are still in the honeymoon period, with Watson all week together so early in their relationship they could make or break their romance. Zach and Serena's relationship is on the tenterhooks, and pineapple on pizza might actually be the last straw. In flat 22, Olivia's maid of honour duties are pushing her to the edge as a wedding planner weekend has turned into an entire nightmarish week. And speaking of weddings, the whole thing has made Ethan realise that he wants to spend the rest of his life with Charlotte. If only he can surprise her with a perfect proposal and find a way to sneak into the building. From makeups to breakups, one night stands to proposals, Love Lockdown is the ultimate love story, perfect for fans of The Fletcher and Love Actually. And it's also, like I say, from Beth Rickles, the author of The Kissing Booth. So I'm looking forward to this one, and hopefully I do enjoy it. And the final book, hey, that is in this birthday book haul is The Cat and the City. I've not even heard of this book before, but this is by Nick Bradley, and this sounds really intriguing because it's basically based in Tokyo, and it's about a stray cat that's making their way through the back alleys. With each detour, they brush up against the seemingly disparate lives of the city book dwellers, connecting with them in an unexpected and at times magical ways. The city's changing, and as it does, it pushes her to the margins, where she chances upon a series of apparent strangers, from a homeless man squatting in an abandoned hotel, to a shut-in hermit afraid to leave his house, to a convenience store worker searching for love. As the cat circles through the sprawling metropolis, she draws these intersecting lives even closer and mashing them forever. So it's intensive, beguiling. The key to pleasure reading this book is sprightly vigor. It makes you feel young again. I wolf down these interlocking stories of cats, Tokyo, loneliness and redemption, a vibrant and accomplished debut. And this is a BBC Radio 2 book club pick as well. But I really like the sound of it, like the fact that it's like driven by this stray cat, which just, I'm a cat person, so it sounds quite unique. So yeah, hopefully it's quite enjoyable, and yeah, we should soon see my thoughts on this one. So you have it, guys. Those are the books that I got for my birthday, and yeah, I've now gained loads of books, which is crazy, as I always do on my birthday month, but it doesn't count because it's my birthday. And they are like a mixture of like new releases, books that have been on my wish list for quite a while, and they're books that I'm all like really looking forward to reading. Mostly they're books that I have like selected myself as well, and obviously the books that are on my wish list I've selected as well. And yeah, so selected from the shop, selected, you know, from like other people as kind of like a random kind of like pick. But yeah, really excited and looking forward to reading like all of these. So yeah, a massive thank you again to the people who did gift some books, to my family who gave me some money to go towards some books, and yeah, just it's very, very muchly appreciated. So that's the end of this haul. If you've read any of these books, or if you're intrigued by any of these books, or if you want to get some of these books, or if you're adding them to your TBR, let me know down below in the comments. If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. All of my social media links will be linked down below in the description if you'd like to follow me elsewhere: Twitter, Instagram, Goodreads, and any book clubs, and all of that information you'll find down below. But that's it for me, guys. Keep smiling, keep reading, be happy, most importantly, please stay safe, and I will see all of you wonderful, awesome people in my next video. Bye!